Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news in the world of NFL rumors, especially when it involves a team like the Chicago Bears. Everything seems to be brewing up faster than ever. And the latest buzz, which has been swirling around the league, is about a potential blockbuster trade that could shake the foundation of not just the NFC North, but the entire NFC. We're talking about the possibility of the Bears making a bold move to acquire Nick Bosa from the San Francisco 49ers. And believe me, this isn't just your typical offseason chatter. This could be the kind of move that defines the direction of the franchise for years to come. Now, for those who follow the NFL closely, you've probably heard the whispers. The 49ers, currently sitting at a 9-6 record with a shot at clinching the playoffs, are reportedly considering trading their star defensive end, Nick Bosa, who has been nothing short of a game wrecker this season. Bosa, a titan in the trenches, has been dominating opposing quarterbacks with relentless pressure, racking up 5 sacks, 35 pressures, and 16 tackles for loss. His impact is undeniable, and his PFF grade of 98 reflects just how dominant he's been. The 49ers, however, are at a crossroads. With a cap hit of around $31 million and a secondary that's been allowing more yards than they'd like, 135 rushing yards per game, they're weighing their options, and a big trade could be in the cards. The talk among insiders is that the 49ers might be looking to deal Bosa for premium draft picks, maybe even 2 first-rounders. This is a bold move, but it makes sense given their current situation. They're in a tight spot, and losing Bosa would hit hard. They've seen their defense's effectiveness dip by about 21% without him on the field. It's a significant drop, especially when you consider how much Bosa's presence elevates that unit. The team's struggles in the NFC West, especially against the Seahawks, have only added pressure on the front office to make tough decisions. On the flip side, the Chicago Bears, sitting at an impressive 11-4, are rumored to be eyeing this opportunity to bolster their already formidable defense. Imagine a pass rush featuring Khalil Mack and Sweat, who's been playing at an elite level with an 85. 9 PFF grade and 9 sacks this season. Adding Bosa into that mix would be a game-changer. Bosa's ability to generate constant pressure, an average of 1.7 pressures per snap, would elevate the Bears' defense to a whole new level. It's not just about sacks. Bosa's presence commands double teams, freeing up others to make plays. His track record of 65 sacks and 110 tackles for loss speaks volumes about his consistency and ability to disrupt defenses. For the Bears, acquiring Bosa isn't just about adding another elite pass rusher. It's about transforming their entire defensive identity, making their pass rush relentless and unpredictable. Right now, the Bears are already ranked 8th in sacks with a total of 45, and their defense is giving up just 18 points per game. Bringing in Bosa could push those numbers even lower, perhaps to the point where opposing offenses are stifled before they even get started. Think about the mental edge this gives Chicago, an imposing front that can win up front and set the tone for the entire defense. It's a move that could immediately boost their chances of making a deep playoff run and even challenge for the NFC title. Adding Bosa's impact could also have a ripple effect on their run defense, which currently yields around 120 rushing yards per game. With Bosa terrorizing quarterbacks and forcing hurried throws, teams might be forced to be more one-dimensional, giving the Bears, linebackers, and defensive backs a better shot at making plays. The Bears' defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, would certainly look at this as a way to craft a more aggressive, pressure-heavy attack, one that forces turnovers and creates chaos for opposing offenses. It's all about stacking the deck in Chicago's favor, especially as they look ahead to the postseason. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The NFL landscape is watching this story unfold, and odds for the Super Bowl LXI have already shifted, initially at plus 600, now moving closer to plus 200 for the Bears if they pull off this move. Bosa is a proven playoff performer, having demonstrated his ability to dominate in crucial moments. with 4 forced fumbles after the 2023 season alone. His presence in the trenches is often what turns games in favor of his team, and having him in Chicago could be the kind of catalyst needed to push the Bears over the top. Of course, the 49ers are cautious about losing Bosa, knowing how much he means to their defense and how much they rely on him. They're wary of the potential fallout. Losing a player like Bosa could drop their defensive effectiveness by over 20%, and that's no small thing. They're also aware that this trade window is closing fast, with the deadline set for November 4th and the pressure to make a decision mounting. The team's management knows that making a deal now could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. And for the Bears, it's about seizing that moment, turning what could be a risky gamble into a franchise-defining move. Looking at the strategic implications, acquiring Bosa would not only boost their pass rush, but also send a message to the rest of the league. The Bears are serious about competing now, not just rebuilding. They're positioning themselves as a team that can contend for championships, and adding a player of Bosa's caliber signals that they're all in. The NFC is becoming more competitive, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and 49ers vying for supremacy, but Chicago wants to be right there in the mix. A move like this could set the tone for the rest of the season and beyond. As fans, we have to consider the potential sacrifices as well. Trading away valuable draft capital isn't easy, especially for a team that's still working to build a sustainable contender. But sometimes, you have to take risks to achieve greatness. The Bears have shown flashes of brilliance this season, and with a little extra firepower on defense, they could become one of the most feared teams in the league. Think about the possibilities: an unstoppable front, relentless pressure, and a defense that can turn games around in a heartbeat. And for the fans, this is the kind of story that makes NFL season so exciting. Will the Bears be able to strike a deal for Bosa before the deadline? Will they be able to keep him healthy and productive if they do? How will this affect their draft strategy moving forward? All questions that will be answered in the coming days, but one thing is for sure: Chicago is making a statement, and the NFL better take notice. In the end, this potential trade is about more than just acquiring a star. It's about signaling the Bears' intent to be true contenders. It's about building a team that can compete at the highest level, especially in the playoffs where every sack, every pressure, and every game-changing play counts. Fans, get ready because the next few weeks could be some of the most exciting in recent Bears history. The front office isn't afraid to make bold moves, and if they pull this off, it could redefine the franchise's trajectory for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Bears aren't just sitting back and hoping things fall into place. They've shown a commitment to building a winning culture, and adding Bosa would be the kind of move that cements that identity. The division is tough, but with a defense as formidable as this, Chicago can start challenging the hierarchy in the NFC. The fans are dreaming big, and rightfully so. With the right pieces, this team could reach heights nobody expected at the start of the season. The potential is there, and all eyes are on the front office to see if they'll take the plunge. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.